Welcome back to the logical reasoning sessions, and we'll start from the question 26. Car is to garage, curio is to what? Well, car and garage. What is garage? Car is to garage. Well, usually in Indian context, garage means locally we consider it as the workshop, right? However, the actual meaning of garage is a place to keep the car. So ultimately, the car and porch. So in India, the garage we call it porch. So porch or shed or whatever, where we keep the car. It is not the workshop. It is a place to keep the car when it is not in use. So that is what garage is. So car and garage means car and the place where the car is kept. And how about this? Curio. Curio is what? A rare or something which is interesting, an object which is interesting or rare. So that is curio. So curio, where the curios are kept? Curios are kept, well, it is at home. If it is at home, probably we have a showcase, right? A place to keep all those curio items. But if it is, well, we don't have a showcase here, the answer choice. Then the other place, which is from the answer choice, aviary where the arrows are kept, cellar is wine is kept, and granary where the grain is kept, and museum where the curio is kept. So the answer is what? Museum. So aviary, arrow, and cellar, the wine is kept in cellar. So the place where the wine is kept is cellar, and granary, the grain. The place where the grain is kept is called granary. Now, A, B, C, D, H, Y, X, E. So, let's take a look at that. A, B, C, D, and H, Y, X, E. H, Y, X, E. So, if you look at this, A is 1 and H is 8. So, the difference is what? 7, right? Plus 7. And B and Y, there is a peculiarity. B is the second letter from the left end. So from the beginning, B is the second letter, and Y is the second letter from the end. So it is what? X, Y, Z, right? So the last letter is Z, second letter is Y. So second letter is Y. So these are complementary letters. Complementary means same position from the left and same position from the right. So second letter from the left is B and second position from the right is Y. So B and Y, and well, C. C is the third letter from the left and third letter from the right is X. So C and X. So these are complementary letters, and D and E. D and E, D plus 1 is E. So that's a pattern we see here. And how about M and O P? We try M and O P. M, N, O, P. If you try the same pattern, what we see here, M plus 7. M is 13. 13 plus 7 is 20. 20 is what? T. So it is plus 7. And N is the 14th letter and the complementary letter. That means if N is the 14th letter, which is the 14th letter from the right end? The best way to find the complementary letters, always remember, the sum of the position values of complementary letters are always 27. So this is 2. In this case, Y is 25, position value from the left. So 2 plus 25 is 27. 3 plus 24 is 27. So same way here, 14 plus how much is 27? 13. So complementary letter of N is M. And O is what? 15. 15 plus how much is 27? 12, right? So, well, the complementary letter of O is L. However, look at the answer choice. We have, the answers are T, M, L, and P plus 1, that's Q. So, T, M, L, Q. T, M, L, Q. We don't have any such answer choice here. All the answer choices are starting from either TK or TL. So, TK or TL. We don't have TM among the answer choices. So, well, answer is correct. However, we don't have that answer among the choices. Either something wrong with the question, or we have to look at a different pattern. So, let's look at a different pattern if it is possible for this question. Let's check it out. Okay, let's take it this way. A plus 7 is 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. This is B is 2. 2 plus, well, B we can take it as, 28 as well. B can be 28. Well, Z is 26. Then after that it's A, B, C. So A is 27, B is 28, C is 29, etc. So B can be taken as 28 and this is 25. 25. So 28 and 25 difference is what? Minus 3. Minus 3. And C is 3. So 3, or it can be taken as what? 29. So if it is 29, instead of 3 we take what? 29. 29, this is 24. So 29 and 24 difference is what? Minus 5. And D is 4 and E is 5. So plus 1. So the pattern is plus 7, minus 3, minus 5, plus 1. If you apply the same pattern on the right hand side, what we do, it is plus 7, minus 3, minus 5, and plus 1. So let's try this. M plus 7, what is it? T. N minus 3, that is K. So TK, so TL is out. And this is 15 minus 5, it's J. So TKJ, so there is only one answer with TKJ. So TKJ, and last one is what? Q. So TKJQ would be the answer. See that the way we got that answer, we tried with the pattern in the beginning. Well, we had an answer, but that answer was not among the answer choices. Now we tried another possible pattern here. So we got the answer. Right, now let's try 28. Question number 28. IKMOPRTV. IKMO. That is written as PRTV. So here I and P. What is the difference? I is 9, P is 16, so that difference is 7. Then K and R, K is 11, R is what? 18, so plus 7. Then M and T, how much is that? 7. And O and V, that is 7. So 7, 7, 7, that's a pattern. So if you apply the same pattern for RTVX. RTVX. So R plus 7. See that? This is plus 7 plus 7. So R plus 7. R plus 7, how much is that? I mean, which letter is that? R is 18. 18 plus 7 is 25. So Y. How many answer choices with Y? So there are 2 answer choices. So, well, these 2 are not possible answers. Then T plus 7. T is 20, 20 plus 7, 27, 27 is what? A. So see that 27 is A. A is 27, right? Okay. Now we have V. V is 22, 22 plus 7 is 29, 29 is C. And X. X is 24, 24 plus 7 is 31, 31 is what? E. So Y, A, Z, E. Next one. Well, let us try 5243 is 14. 5243 is 14. 4312 is what? So 5243. Normal case, the first thing what we look at, if it is a number which is relatively less than 5243, possibly this 14 may come from some kind of operation of this kind of digits, these digits given. So 5243, what's the first operation that come to our mind? Addition, right? So let's try the addition. 5 plus 2 is 7, 4 plus 3 is 7, so 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 is 14. Good. So when we add those digits, we got 14. And 4312, add it up. 4 plus 3 is 7, 1 plus 2, 3, so well, 7 plus 3, 10. Right here, 10 is the answer. Simple question. And you know what? Sometime Sometimes you may get questions which are much more trickier than this question. I'll give you an example of that. Let's say 11 is to 24. 11 is to 24. So in that case, what we are looking for is, say, 13. 13 is to what? Let's look at it. 11 is to 24. The first the difference what we see here, 11 plus 13 is 24. So 13 plus 13, same difference. So 11 plus 13 is 24, 13 plus 13 is 26. 26 is a correct answer if it is given among the choices. So is it given among the choices? Then we have to think about answer choices of this question. A, B, C and D. First answer choice is 28. Second one is given as 56. Third one is 34. And the last one is 92. So what is the answer? If you take difference, 11 plus 13 is 24. So we take the same difference, 13 plus 13 is what? 26. What else? Any other possibility? Here 1 plus 1 is 2, right? And 2 into 2 is 4. 1 plus 1. Here 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 2 into 2 is 4. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. So 48 is a possible answer. However, it is not given among the choices. What's the next possibility? So you may think, 11 and 24. 11 and the next prime number is 13. So 11 plus 13 is 24. So 13 and next prime number, what is it? 17. So 13 plus 17 is 30. So again, we don't have such an answer choice here. What is the next possibility? Either question is logically wrong or there is a pattern. I'm pretty sure at least some of you have that pattern in your mind by this time. So next thing what we have here is 11. So the digits are 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we multiply that 11 with 2. 11 into 2 is 22. And 22 plus 2 is 24. Same way, 13. 1 plus 3 is what? 4. So 13 into 4 plus 4. 13 into 4 plus 4 is what? 13 into 4. 10 into 4 is 40. And 3 into 4 is 12, so 52, so 56. At the same time, if you are smart, I'm pretty sure you have another answer choice possibility here. 11 and 24, 13 and what? So let's look at another possibility here. 11 into 2 plus 2 is 24. Same way, 13 into 2, 13 into 2 is what? 26 plus 2 is what? 28. So 28 is the correct answer as well. 56 is correct, 28 is correct. So if this question is logically correct, then the last answer choice must be something different. What would be the last answer choice? If they considered both answer choices for this question, then the question must have given as something like this, either A or B. Either A or B means either answer choice A 28 or answer choice B 56. Both are correct. If they have no intention to give this answer choice either A or B, then the question is logically correct. The answer choice must be different. Different means like A 28, B must be 52, and C must be 36, and D must be 84. So that case, well, we know that 52 cannot be the correct answer. because 13 into 4 plus 4, we need to get what? 56. 13 into 4 is 52. That doesn't make the answer, doesn't give us the answer. So 28 is the only possible answer. So that case, if you have answer choice 28, 52, 36 and 84, 28 is the correct answer. Or it can be given in a different way. Something like the answer choices are A, B, C and D. Instead of 28, we may have 32, well 56, then 38 and 90. Okay, so these are the answer choices. So that case, 32 cannot be the answer, 38 cannot be the answer, 90 cannot be the answer. The best answer what we can have here is 56. So the 56 is the answer in this case, 28 is the answer in this case, and either A or B is the answer among these answer choices. So the same question may have 3 different sets of answer choices, not for the same exam. Well, one of the exam, the answer choices must be like this, and another exam you must get answer choices like this. For a different exam, you may get the answer choices like this, but the question, the numbers would be 11 and 24, 13 and 28. Or they may change the numbers as well. For example, same logic, you may have another set of numbers. So let's say 12, 39. 12 is 39, and 15 is what? If you apply the same logic, 1 plus 2 is 3. So 13, 1 plus 2 is 3. So 12 into 3, 36 plus 3 is 39. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So 12 into 3 plus 3 is 39. So here 15. Either you take it as 15 into 3. So here we have taken 12 into 3, right? So here we take 15 into 3 plus 3. 15 into 3 is what? 45 plus 3 is 48. So if 48 is given among the choices, that is perfectly all right. If 48 is not given, which is going to be the best answer? 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we multiply 12 with the 3 and 3 is added. So same way here, 1 plus 5 is 6. So 15 into 6 plus 6. 15 into 6 is 90. 90 plus 6 is 96. So this is a little more challenging question. And of course, we are not really expecting this kind of tough questions for every CUT exam. But you know what? You never know. Some of the questions may be a bit difficult, bit challenging, but other questions would be relatively easy. Right, let's go for the next one. Next question. Choose the odd word or letters or numbers or number pair from the given alternatives. Dehradun, Ranchi, Lucknow and Roorkee. So here is a peculiarity. One among them is different. So Dehradun, Ranchi, Lucknow, Roorkee. Any idea? Well, Dehradun, Ranchi and Lucknow, these are state capitals. Especially Dehradun, I think it is the winter or summer capital, so that state may have, I think Jharkhand, right? Yeah. Jharkhand may have 2 different capitals. One is for summer, one is for winter. Anyhow, Dehradun is the capital, Ranchi is the capital, and Lucknow is the capital as well. And Roorkee is not a capital at all. So the answer is Roorkee. And then CEHJ. So what is the pattern here? C plus 2 is E. E plus 2 is H. Next one, this is H plus 2 is J. And here HJMO. H plus 2 is J and J plus 2 is M. M plus 2 is O. H plus 2 is J. J plus 2 M. No, it is not. J plus 3 is M. M is 13. So this is 2, 3 and 2. This is 2, 2, 2. This is 2, 3 and 2. And how about RTWY? R plus 2 is T. T plus 3 is W. W plus 2 is Y. W is 23 and Y is 25. And P plus 1. Okay, P plus 1 is Q. Q plus 3 is T. T plus 2 is V. So 1, 3, 2. Here you see that 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. Well, either something wrong with the question or something wrong with what we have done here. Take a closer look. Probably you must have seen what is wrong here. Because C is 3, E is 5, so 2 is the difference, and E is 5 and H is 8, so this difference is what? 3. So 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. That's a pattern. So this one is 1, 3, 2. So that's the one which is different from the group. So we got the answer. Now 683, 285, 681, 483. Well, that's interesting. All of them are odd numbers. If there is one even number among this question number 32, if there is one even number among any of this, among the answer choices, that would have been the answer. But in this case, all of them are odd numbers. So let's take a look at that. 683, 285, 681, and 483. One of the peculiarity of what we see here is all of them, the middle number is 8. So it is for all the numbers it's the same. So that doesn't make any change for any of this number. And all of these numbers, the number, the digit at the 10th, 100th, unit, 10th, 100th place is even number. So 6, 2, 6, 4, these are even numbers. And the digit at the unit place is what? It's an odd number, because this is pretty much what? Odd number. All of them are odd numbers. So again, that is same for all of these numbers. What else we have is possibly what we are looking for is the sum of the digits. 6, 8 is same for all the numbers. So we take what? 6 and 3, 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 8 is what? 17. You can take it that way. Or you can take it that 6 plus 3 is 9, 2 plus 5 is 7, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 4 plus 3 is 7. Or if you add all these numbers including 8, what you get is this is 17, and this is 15, and this is 15. So 6 plus 8, 14 plus 1 is 15. 4 plus 8, 12 plus 3 is what? 15. So 15, 15, 15, and 17. So ultimately, at a glance, you can see that this one, 683, is different from the group. When we take the sum of the digits, if you take all the digits, then 17 is the sum for 683. All other numbers, 15 is the sum. And if you take the numbers except the 8, 6, and 3, you take 9, and for all other numbers, it's 7, 7, 7. So naturally, 683 is the answer if you take the sum of the digits. And of course, apart from that, if you take a closer look, you probably see that 683 is the only prime number in the group. All other numbers are composite numbers as well. So there are two different ways of looking at that numbers. So either you take the sum of the digits, or if you can really consider that possibility of prime numbers and composite numbers, these are all composite numbers. 285, 681, 483. Composite numbers, and 683 is the only prime number. So anyhow, the answer is 683. Now 33, 242, 431. So what kind of pattern we have for that question? Let's try this. 242. 242, if you take the sum of the digits, what you get is 8. And how about like 431? Again, these are two even numbers and two odd numbers, so there is no possibility of getting a different number from the group based on even odd classification. Now we take the sum of the digits. 242, that's 8. 431, 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. And 260, 2 plus 6 plus 0, that's 8. Then 531, 5 plus 3 plus 1, how much you get? 9. So naturally, 531 is the one which is different from the group. Okay, so this is what? 2 plus 4 plus 2, 4 plus 3 plus 1, 2 plus 6 plus 0, 5 plus 3 plus 1. So which is different? 9. At the same time, you may think of different possibilities like, this is the only number which is divisible by 10, right? you may think of that possibility. At the same time, we can think of like 260, that's the only number which is divisible by 5. All other numbers are not divisible by 5. In that case, if you take that from a different angle, if it is 242, then 242, that's the only number which is divisible by 121, because other numbers are not divisible by 121. So 242, 121 is divisible by 121. So if you apply those kind of logic, you don't get an answer. You may get the answer 242 as one is different, or you may take 260 as one is different if you apply those kind of logic. So if it is, let's say 121, if you take 121, only number which is divisible by 121 is 242. If you take 10, the only number which is divisible by 10 is 260. So if you approach from those kind of angles, you may not get the answer for the questions which comes under this category. Pick one is different from the group. So for that, what you have to do is consider all the numbers and try to put 3 of them in one category and one must be out of that category. So try to find that characteristic which is common for at least 3 numbers. It must be same for 3 numbers and must be different for the one. So that's the way it is. Next set of questions is a number series questions. No, not really. Number series alone. We have a number series question and we have a letter series question. So 34. So the 34 is letter series question. So ACE, AZE. So 1, 3, 5. So BDF, BDF. That is 2, 4, 6. And ZEG 357, ZEG 357. So that's an interesting pattern we have. Let's mark it. The position values. Position values are like 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 7. Next one. So 1, starting from 1, then starting from 1 and the consecutive. Another 2 consecutive odd numbers starting from 2 next to even numbers and starting from 3 next to odd numbers. That's the way it is. So it must be, the answer must be starting from what? D. D is 4. So 4, 6, 8 must be the answer. 4, 6, 8. So 4, 6, 8, D, F, H, D, F, H. So the answer, second answer choice, D, F, H. Done with that. Okay, so let's try a number series question. 130, 450, 970, etc. 130, 450, 970, and 1690. 1690. So what is the answer for this case? Well, all the numbers, they have the 0 at the end. So these are all multiples of 10. So in order to make it easy for us to do the calculations, or in order to make it easy to find what kind of a pattern, so what we can do, just take the numbers 13 and 450, 45, then 970, 97, and 169. So now we converted that into a simple series, avoiding that 0. So once you get the answer, you can put a 0 on the right hand side, you get the exact answer. That's the way we can make this question, right? Okay, so 13 and 45, 13 into 3, 39. 39 into 3, 13 into 3, 39. 39 plus 6 is 45. So 13 into 3 plus 6 is 45. 45 into how much? 45 into 3, 135. This is 97. So 45 into 2? Yeah, 45 into 2 is possible. 45 into 2 is 90. 90 plus 7 is 97. Okay, so let's take it that way. Let's try that pattern. 13 into 3 plus 6. And this one 45 into 2 plus 7. So, into 3 into 2. Next one, 97. Either it is 97 into 3 or 97 into 1. How come it is 97 into 1? Because into 3, into 2, into 1. That's a way if it is. We are not sure about it. 3, 2. Multiplying with 3 and multiplication with 2, then multiplication with 1. 97 into 1, then in that case 97 into 1 plus how much is 169? 97 into 1 plus 72. So that doesn't make any sense at all in terms of pattern. We are not really getting that pattern. So next one is, let's say, into 3 plus 6, into 2 plus 7, and next one again into 3. So 6, 7, it could be 8. 97 into 3 plus 8. Well, 97 into 3, it is pretty close to 300, right? The actual answer is 97 into 3 is 291. 291 plus 8, that is 299. Well, this is 169. So we are not really getting that way. So multiplication pattern, we don't see any kind of like convenient or maybe any kind of interesting patterns for this question. So what we do, we have to consider some other possibility. What is the other possibility we may have? Let's look at it. Here we take what? 13, 45, 97 and 169. How about we take differences? Differences, this case, well, the differences are 13 and 45. How much is the difference? 32, right? 32 is the difference. And 45 and 97, 45 plus 50 is 95. So 97 means 52 is the difference. And 97 and 169. 97 plus, if it is 169, take it as 170. So how much is the difference? 170? 70. 73 is the difference if it is 170. But this is 169, so the difference is 72. So that seems like a good pattern, right? So what we have here, 32. 32 plus 20 is 52. 52 plus 20 is 72. Now 72 plus 20, how much we have? The actual difference must be 92. So 169 plus 92. 169 plus 2, 171. 171 plus 90, 261, right? 261. 261 at the same time, along with that 261, in order to get the actual answer, we have a 0. So zeros are missing in all the numbers. So we put that 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, and this one is 0. So 2610. So when you add that 0 here, the differences may change as well. So the differences are, you have to put a 0 with that. 320, 520, 720 and 920 are the differences. So see that question? When we converted that into just 13, 45, 97, etc., that was pretty easy for us to solve this. Otherwise, if you have 134, 57, 50, then 970, then you have to really find that differences of that large numbers. Of course, it's possible, but it's time consuming. So this is the best way to get the answer. So the answer, choice D, 2610. We're done with that. Now here the 5 planes A, B, P, Q and R were saluting on Independence Day in such a way that R was second to the left of Q. So always when we make arrangements, remember one thing, our left is the left of this arrangement, our right is the right of this arrangement. So we have 5 planes, and that 5 planes, our left is the left of all these planes and our right is the right of all these planes. So let's make it such a way, this is the left, this is the left, and this is the right. And what are the conditions given? 5 planes were saluting on Independence Day in such a way that R was second to the left of Q. R was second to the left of Q. So R is where? Second to the left of Q. So where is Q? Q is here. Second to the left. Well, let's say Q is at the position, only 5 planes here, right? So we can take it as Q is at the position 4. We are not 100% sure about it. We just assume that Q is at 4. What is the position value of R then? Q at 4, then this plane is at 3, then R is at 2. So that means 4 minus 2 is 2. So that is what the question says. Well, R was second to the left, 2 positions to the left of Q. So R is here, Q is here. That means exact one plane is between R and Q. That's what it says. Alright, so we are not sure what's the position value of R, what's the position of R and Q, etc. So we remove that 2, 3, 4. Now we are looking at other conditions. R was second to the left of Q, but to the immediate right of A. R was immediate right of A. So A is here. So AR, a missing plane, and then Q. There was one plane between B and P. So there was one plane between B and P. So that case, where is B, where is P? One plane between B and P. So let's say B is here. One plane between B and P, right? So, well, if we put P here, there are 2 planes between B and P. So that means P must be here. However, the question doesn't say, or the condition doesn't say that B is always here. B can be here as well, right? So that means P is here. Then who is in the middle? Q, right? So Q is here. And Q second to the left of Q is R. To the left of R is A. So ARPQB, ARBQP. At the same time, what does the condition says? Last condition. B was not at any of the ends. So B was not at any of the ends. So B cannot be at the end. So here B is at the end. So that arrangement is not possible. So ultimately we have only one arrangement, ARBQP. So question, P and Q were neighbors. Okay, so P and Q are neighbors. Then who was at the left end? So who, it is not who, it's which plane. So which plane was at the left end? So look at that left end. Which plane was at the left end? Well, it is plane A. Plane A is at the left end. So answer is what? A. Okay, next one. This is arrange the given words in the sequence in which they occur in the dictionary. So prandial, preach, priam, price, zero. So, well, there are 4 words starting from PR. So, look at that. PR, 4 words, and the 5th word is starting from zero, P and S. So, S is after R. So, the first 4 words are any one among the prandial, preach, priam, and price. So in any order or the other order, doesn't matter. So now look at that. If you skip that PR part, what else is left out? So if you leave that PR part, so let's say PR is out. So here it's a PR out because it's common for 4 words. So PR out and PR out. So in that case, what we have is left out AN. This is A. After PR, the first letter which comes here, A, here it's E, here it's I, here it's I. So anyhow, the first word in the dictionary form, if the first word is prandial, so 1, then it must be, preach must be the second one, so 1, 2, then priam. After PRI, we have A here, here after PRI, we have C here. So 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So that is exactly in that order which is given here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is what? C. Done with that. 38. In a certain coded language, during is written as GRUFQD. During. So we'll try that pattern. What is the exact pattern here? It is GRUFQD. What's the pattern? D and G. D is 4 and G is 7. And this is 21, this is 18. And this is 18, it's 21. And 9, 6, 14, 17. And this is 7, this is 4. So what you see here, the words in the word during, do we have all the words in the code? Well, during, so let's say D is here, U is not, U is here, then R is here, I is not here. So that means if one letter is missing, I is here and I is missing here. That means it's not a rearrangement. If it's a rearrangement, all the letters in this word must be here as well. So in that case, it's not a rearrangement. So there must be a pattern. So we need to find the pattern. So let's try the pattern. What's the pattern here? 4 and 7, 4 plus 3 is 7. And 21 and 18, so that's minus 3. And 18 and 21, that's plus 3. And 9 and 6, it's minus 3. 14 and 17, it's plus 3. And 7 and 4, it's minus 3. So ultimately, what is it? Plus 3 minus 3, plus 3 minus 3, plus 3 minus 3, symbol. So if that is a pattern, how is picked? Okay, let's try that picked. So either you can just write it on a piece of paper or you can do it pretty much as a mental calculation or mental exercise. So what is it? Picked, right? So let's try picked. P-I-C-K-E-D. Our pattern? Pattern is plus 3 minus 3, plus 3 minus 3, plus 3 minus 3. What do you see here? The answer? Well, it is plus 3. Yes. P is 16. So 16 plus 3. Position values of letters are really important. Always remember the position value. 16, this is 9, this is, 3, this is 11, 5, 4. Okay, so that will make the exercise easy. 16 plus 3 is 19, 19 is S. 9 minus 3, 9 is, I minus 3 is 6, that's F. And C plus 3 is F, so SFF. How many answer choices starting from SFF? Only one answer choice is starting from SFF, that is answer choice C. So finally the answer is C. So this is, if you want to just have a practice, so you can continue with this 3 letters, K-E-D. 11 minus 3 is what? 8, so that's H. 5 plus 3 is again H. And 4 minus 3 is A. So SFFHHA, SFFHHA. Done. Okay, so let's try the next one here. 39. In the following question, select the missing number from the given series. So again, it's a number series question, but it is given in a different format. Okay, so let's try this. 1, 9, 25. What is it? 1, 9, 25. 4, 16, 4, 16 and 36. 9, 25 and what? So at a glance, when we look at these numbers here, what we see is this is 1 square, this is 3 square, and this one is what? 2 square, and this is 4 square, and this is 3 square, this is 5 square. So 1 square, 3 square, 2 square, 4 square, 3 square, 5 square. Okay, so that is one of the series. And how about at the bottom? Bottom it's 25. 25 is 5 square. 36 is 6 square. So 5 square, 6 square, next one must be 7 square. 7 square is 49. So 49 is given among the answer choices. At the same time, we may look at this question from a slightly different angle. So for example, this case, you know what, if you look at this one as 1 square, 3 square, and this is 5 square. So if you take each piece, receive 1 square, 3 square, 5 square. So consecutive odd numbers starting from 1. So these are what? Consecutive even numbers starting from 2. So 2 square, 4 square, so this is 6 square. Good. Now next one is 3 square. So 3 square, 5 square, well 3 square is odd number, right? So 3 square and next odd number is 5 square. And well, last one is what? 7 square. 3 square, 5 square, 7 square, odd numbers. So these are 1 square, 3 square, 5 square, 2 square, 4 square, 6 square, 3 square, 5 square, 7 square. Either way, doesn't matter, you take this way, that means take it as a series and this one as a different series, still you get the answer. Or you take it as one piece, 1 square, 3 square and 5 square, these three numbers are connected, 2 square, 4 square and 6 square. If you take it that way, still you get the same answer. So in this case, the answer is what? 49. Alright, number 40. Here, symbols and notation type question. Multiplication stands for addition. So if you have multiplication sign, that means it's addition. Less than sign stands for subtraction. And plus stands for division. And greater than stands for multiplication. And of course, subtraction stands for equals to, and division stands for greater than, and equal to stands for less than. Which of the following holds true? Okay, so let's take a look at that. (18) plus 9, that's equal to 128 greater than 2. So we can change those symbols first. Which of the following holds true? So we need to find which of the expression is correct when we change those symbols. Well, we start from answer choice 1. 18 plus. Plus means what? Division. 18 divided by 9 equal to. Equal to means what? Equal to sign stands for less than. So, well, less than. Instead of equal to, we put less than. And 128 and then greater than. So, greater than stands for what? Multiplication. So 128 into 2. So ultimately what you get? 18 divided by 9. So that's 9. 9 less than 128 into 2. 128 into 2. How much is that? 128 into 2. Well, that number is rather than 200, right? Here what you get is 9. 9 is less than 156. Correct? Yeah, it is correct. The answer choice A is correct. However, you know what, for the exam point of view, you are done, so your answer is A. However, if you want to check it just for the practice purpose, we may take the other expressions as well. So let's try the other expressions. This is A. We will try B. B is what? 16 plus. 16 plus. Plus means what? Division. So 16 divided by 9 into multiplication. Multiplication stands for addition. So plus 8 less than. Less than means what? Less than stands for subtraction. So 8 minus 2. And subtraction stands for equals to. That's equal to what? 14. So here 16 by 9. Well, 16 is not a multiple of 9. So we have definitely a fraction right there. So if you have a fraction right here, if you do other operations, that is not going to be equal to 14. So that's not correct. Then how about like answer choice C? If you want to try answer choice C, take a look at that. It is not necessary for the exam. Not necessary, and you should not do it because it is time consuming. As long as you get the answer with the answer correct for answer choice A, leave it. You have done with that. Mark your answer as A. Move on with the next question. So, well, this is just for the practice. 8 into 12. So 8 into means what? Multiplication. Multiplication means addition. So 8 plus 12 plus means what? Addition stands for division. 12 divided by 3 minus stands for what? Equals to 14 into multiplication stands for addition. So, well, 14 plus 2. Check it out. What we get here? Here 12 divided by 3, it's 4. So 8 plus 4 is what? 12. 12 is equal to what? 16. So no, it doesn't work that way. So again, we don't need to proceed with answer choice D. So if you want, you can just practice it at home. However, anyhow, we have the answer. Answer is what? A. Number 41. In the following question, which set of letters when sequentially placed at the gaps shall complete the series? So here it clearly says letter series, so there must be some kind of a pattern. So let's try this. N, then we have a space, then P, space, N, O, M, space, 2 space, then P. So this is what it is. So what kind of a pattern we have? So here N, something is missing, P. N, O, P, possible. N, O, if it is P here, N, O, P. Alright, so here we have M, then here we have O, P. So M, N, O, P, seems like that's a pattern, M, N, O, P. So that means we have one set is M, N, O, P. How about the other set? Yeah, it must be M, N, O, P as well. So here it's another M, N, O, P. So we have another set M, N, O, P. So M, N, O, P, M, N, O, P. And here again M, N, O, P. So another set. So it's a set of 4 letters, consecutive letters, M, N, O, P, M, N, O, P, M, N, O, P. Alright, so that case, what is the answer choice here? These are the letters we have filled up in the blanks. So these letters are M, O, M, P, N, O. So M, O, M, P, N, O. That's the last answer choice. M, O, M, P, N, O. Done with that simple question. Next one. At a glance, you can see that this is a direction sense question. This is a direction sense question. A man travels 10 kilometers towards west. So he starts from a point, whichever that point, he travels 10 kilometers towards the west. Then he takes a turn towards the northeast. So, well, the next turn is towards the northeast. And travels 20 kilometers in that direction. And he again takes a turn towards southeast and covers 5 kilometers, taking starting point as the origin. So in which direction is he now? So let's try this. So this is, let's say this is the starting point. From the starting point, he goes west. How many kilometers? 10 kilometers. Now he reached here. From that point, he takes a turn towards northeast. From this point northeast, this is north and this is east. So that is in between north and east. So he goes for 20 kilometers. Northeast direction. And after 20 kilometers in that direction, he again takes a turn towards southeast. So from this point, southeast means this is south and this is east. So southeast means this way. And he goes for 5 kilometers. This is 5 kilometers. And he is here. That's a final destination. And this is the starting point. Well, this is the starting point. Starting point. S is the starting point. F is the final destination. And the question, in which direction is he now? Taking starting point as the origin. Well, taking starting point as the origin. In which direction is he now? So, with respect to the starting point, in which direction he is now? He is not exactly at the north. He is not exactly at the east. So, he is in between northeast now. So, the answer is what? Northeast. With respect to his origin point. However, with respect to the final destination, where is he now? With respect to the final destination, well, he is not in south, he is not in west. So, he is where? Southwest. With respect to what? The final destination. But the question is with respect to the origin. This is the origin. So, with respect to that origin, then he is at what? Between north and east. So, northeast. So, how do you find it? This way. This is north. With respect to this starting point, this is north and this is east. So, now this guy, with respect to the starting point, this guy is between north and east. So, that is northeast. So, this point is northeast. All right, next one. 43. Pointing to a lady, Anju says, she is the sister of my brother's mother. Pointing to a lady. Well, this is the lady. Pointing to that lady, Anju says, she is the sister of my brother's mother. So, let's say this is Anju's brother's mother. That is, brother's mother is Anju's mother. So, this is the mother. And this lady is the sister of Anju's brother's mother. So, well, ultimately, how is the lady related to Anju? Anju's mother's sister. So, think about it. Your mother's sister, who is it? That's an aunt. Mother's sister or father's sister is aunt. Always remember those relations. Blood relations, always remember this. Usually we call aunt or auntie anybody. We call our neighbors, we call our distant relatives, all these people we call them auntie. There's nothing wrong with that. However, according to the blood relations, aunt or auntie is the person who is your mother's sister or father's sister. No one else is your auntie. So even you call somebody auntie, that person is not your auntie. So be aware of it, auntie. So same way uncle. So we may call anybody, any person elder than us, instead of sir, if it's a relative rather than sir, we call it what? In informal situations, we call them uncle, right? So if it is the real situation in a blood relation question, the uncle means your father's brother or mother's brother is the only person who is your uncle. No one else is the uncle. Be aware of it. And how you differentiate the uncle? So if you want to say that uncle is your mother's brother. So uncle can be mother's brother or father's brother. In order to differentiate that, we have to say it is paternal uncle or maternal uncle. Paternal. Paternal means anything from the father's side is paternal. Anything from the mother's side is paternal. Anything from the father's side is paternal. Anything from the mother's side is maternal. Probably you heard of maternity ward in hospitals, right? Maternity means what? Maternity is related to motherhood. So that's the same way, maternal uncle, so mother's brother. Paternal uncle, father's brother. Same way, aunt. Maternal aunt and paternal aunt. And many other relations. So let's say niece. Niece is what? If you have a sister, that sister's daughter. Or if you have a brother, brother's daughter. Brother's daughter is niece. And who is a nephew? Brother's or sister's son. So son is nephew. It must be brother's or sister's son. Cousin's son is not nephew. So it must be your brother's or sister's son. That is nephew. And brother's or sister's daughter. That's a niece. That's the way the blood relations work. And how about like sister-in-law? So let's say sister-in-law, if you take Q, who is the sister-in-law of Q? Well, Q, if it is a female, then the sister-in-law of Q must be, this is the husband of Q, H, and the sister of H, let's say we call that person as K. So if K is a female, then K is the sister-in-law of Q, Q's husband's sister. Is there any other possibility? Q's husband's sister is the sister-in-law. Is there any other possibility or any other chances of having another sister-in-law? Well, husband may have more than one sister, so that's possible. Apart from that, think about it. How about, yes, we come to that point. How about like Q's brother-in-law? Q's brother-in-law. Q's brother-in-law, again if you take Q here, Q's husband's brother. Q's husband's brother, let's say we call that person as N. N. So that's a brother-in-law of Q. At the same time, you know what, if Q has a sister, let's say Q has a sister, and she is married to J. So Q's sister, and she is married to J. So again, you know what, from Q's point of view, J is the brother-in-law of Q. At the same time, N is the brother-in-law of Q. So brother-in-law can be from two possibilities, right? And how about this sister-in-law? Q's husband's sister is sister-in-law. At the same time, we can consider that possibility. Q, let's say Q has a brother, and that brother is married to W. So that case, W is the sister-in-law of Q. So Q's brother's wife, or Q's husband's sister. So brother-in-law, sister-in-law, all those kind of things. Another set of relations is daughter-in-law, son-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law. I'm pretty sure you are aware of all those kind of relations. Okay, let's move on. If a mirror is placed on the line Mn, so this is the line Mn, then which of the answer figures is the right image of the given figure? So if it is placed right here, then usually when it comes to the mirror image, you know what exactly happens. So see that this figure, it would be like, actually if you consider it as a leaf, this leaf would be like this. And here would be a leaf like this. And that leaf with the white color inside. So this is the leaf with the white color inside. Here it's exactly vertical, right? So this must be vertical as well. So when I draw that, it is a bit slanted, but it's going to be vertical. And here it's a leaf which looks blank, or completely green color, whatever it is. And here we have this circle. So that's going to be the answer. When you look at the answer choice, at a glance you can see that this cannot be the answer. Well, this is the only possible answer here, because that's the way it is placed, or it is that answer picture shows the leaves exactly the way the mirror image shows. So A is the answer choice. Next one, 45. Identify the diagram that best represents the relationship among the given classes. Well, what is given here? Prime Minister, Chief Minister, Governor, and the state. Okay, so Prime Minister, Chief Minister, Governor, and the state. So, what type of relation we can expect here? Chief Minister and the state, of course. Well, Chief Minister is related to the state, or Chief Minister is a subset of state, correct? Because if there is no state, there is no Chief Minister. So, Chief Minister is a subset of state. So, we have one of the relation here. Let's say this is state. Then we have CM, Chief Minister, inside. So, how many such relations we have here? One of the relations is here. However, if this is state and this is Chief Minister, next thing is what? Governor. Governor is for the state as well, correct? If there is no state, there is no governor at all. So, governor is a subset of state. So, ultimately, what we see here, this case, we have state, and inside state, what we have is CM and the governor. So, inside state, we have CM and the governor. Now, what is missing? Prime Minister. Prime Minister, well, he is not the ruler of the state. Prime Minister belongs to that country, right? So, Prime Minister is the ruler of the country. So, he has nothing to do with the state or nothing to do with the governor. Prime Minister doesn't come under governor, or governor doesn't come under the Prime Minister. And same way, Chief Minister, well, Chief Minister, of course, there is a relation between central government and state government. However, the Chief Minister doesn't directly come under the Prime Minister, right? So, we don't have any such relations as these, like the state is under the Prime Minister. If it is under the Prime Minister, then you know what? Prime Minister must be a large circle and all these things are under that. We don't have such an answer choice. There's no such possibility. So, ultimately, among the answer choices which is given, we have the Prime Minister as a separate circle. Prime Minister has nothing to do, no direct connection with the state or governor or with the CM. So, Prime Minister is something which is different. So, the answer is what? A. A is the best answer we can have here. Number 45 is done. How about like 50? A piece of paper is folded and punched as shown below in the question figures. From the given answer figures, indicate how will it appear when unfolded after cutting. So, this is circular paper and it's folded from the middle. So, it's a half circle. Then it is folded once again. So, that makes it a quarter, 1/4. So, that 1/4 we have two circles, two holes. Two holes. So, when we have those two holes and once it open, two holes on 1/4 of the paper means when we open it, that becomes what? 2 into 4 times, that's 8. 8 holes would be there in the answer. So, here is a possible answer, 8 holes. Here it's 6 holes, well, 7 holes, it cannot be the answer. Here again 7, it cannot be the answer. Here it's 7, cannot be the answer. So, among the answer choices given, the simple answer, and this is the best way to find the answer, we have 8 holes, and this is the only picture with 8 holes. That's a perfect answer. Done with that. Okay, so this is what it is when we open it. Okay, let's take a look at what we see when we open it. I think some of you may have a little bit of confusion. So let's do this. So this is what it is when after, this is the cutting. After cutting, when it is opened, so let's say this opened this way first. So it's a half circle part is opened first. So that case, it would be like this. So here these are the two holes we see on this piece of paper, and after this is opened, you see two more holes. And when it completely opened, you see the exact mirror image of this part. So ultimately, this is what it is. And when it's opened, you see this image. So ultimately, this is the answer. Choice A is the correct answer. Number 47. In the following figure, square represents pharmacist. So square is for pharmacist. Well, in the following figure, the square represents pharmacist. So this is pharmacist, the square. So let's mark it. So that's easy for us to do this question. So, well, next one is triangle represents singers. So these are the singers, triangle. And circle represents surgeons. So circle represents surgeons. We have a different color for surgeons. And rectangle represents mothers. So here it's a rectangle for mothers. And which set of letters? So that's a question. Which set of letters represents surgeons who are either mothers or singers? So we are looking for surgeons who are either mothers. Surgeons, we need to have surgeons. This is a circle of surgeons, that pink circle, that represents surgeons. And what we are looking for, the surgeons with what? Surgeons who are either mothers. Surgeons must be the mothers. At least they must be mothers or singers. So A and F are the surgeons with are mothers who are mothers. And out of that, some of them are pharmacists as well. Some of the surgeons are pharmacists. No need to worry about it. However, these AF represent surgeons who are mothers. And how about C? Surgeons who are singers. So ultimately, the answer is AFC. Surgeons who are either mothers or singers. So AF and C. So the answer is what? AFC. I hope you got the idea, right? So we need to find the surgeons. Either they are singers or they are mothers, right? So these two, A and F, are mothers. Now number 48. 48. So here we have a missing part. A missing part. How do we complete that missing part? Let's take a look at that. This is what exactly the pattern. Okay, so let's continue the pattern this way. We need to have a straight line. So when I draw it, it is not really a straight line. Right, let's make it straight. Somewhat straight. Okay, so that is the line in the middle. And what else we have? So let's do it this way. Okay, so ultimately, is it completed? Looks like, yeah, that's completed. So which is the answer? B is the best. Of course, we have a line here as well. So B is the best answer. At a glance, we can see that shape. So here for A, it is much more complicated. We have an additional line, it seems like. So you look at, what, only this part. Just look at this part. Don't look at anywhere else. So this is the area we are looking at. So see that we have the line. This part, it's right here. and this part it's right here, and this triangle in the middle, yes, that's perfectly all right. And this case we have a square, right, this is formed here, but the answer choice what we have here, the exact answer choice, we don't have such a square, so that cannot be the answer. And how about C? C is pointed towards another direction, and yeah, there is no, C cannot be the best answer, and D is not the best answer as well. So ultimately B is the best. Number 49. 3 positions of a cube are shown below. What will come opposite to the face marked 5? So we have a face marked 5 right here. And what is the question? Which is opposite to 5? Well, among the answer choices, one thing we can be sure, here it is 5, 4 and 3 are adjacent to 5, right? In this cube. I mean, in this picture. It's pictures of the same cube, but 3 different angles. So here 5 is here, 5 is adjacent to 3 and 4. So 5 cannot be opposite to 3 and 4. So in the answer choice, 3 is out. 3 cannot be opposite to 5. And 4 cannot be opposite to 5 as well, but 4 is not given among the answer choices. So leave it as it is. Then what will come opposite in the face containing 5? So what we are looking for, probably remember a couple of rules we have discussed earlier. If we have the same number on exact same position, that means if it is 3 here, if it is 3 here, then you can consider that way. But you look at here, it's 3 here, and here we have 3 here. That case, if 3 and 3, if it is at the exact same position, then you know what? The numbers which are not on those 2 dice, those 2 pictures, picture 1 and picture 3, the numbers which are not on these 2 pictures, which is the number not on those 2 pictures? Here we have 6 and 1 and 3, here we have 4 and 5 and 3. The only number which is missing from these 2 images, which is the number missing? Which is the number missing? Number 2 is missing, right? 2 is missing. 6, 1, 3, 4, 5, 3. The number which is missing is 2. So if you apply rule number 1, that means exact same position. And according to rule number 1, so the number which is missing from these 2 images, well, what I do, so we are comparing 1 and 3. Okay, now see that 3 is exact at the same position. According to the rule number 1, the number which is missing from these 2 images, that's 2, that number must be opposite to the common number. Which is a common number here? It's 3 is the common number. So 3 is opposite to 2. But that doesn't answer our question. What is our question? Which is opposite to 5? 3 is opposite to 2. Okay, that's fine. 3 is opposite to 2. Among the answer choice, we are sure that 2 cannot be adjacent to, 2 cannot be opposite to 5 because 2 is opposite to 3. If 2 is opposite to 3, then 2 must be adjacent to 5. So 2 cannot be opposite to 5. So that's out. At the same time, we can apply rule number 2. Rule number 2 says that if a common number is appear at the exact same position on 2 images of the die, then you know what? The other numbers are opposite to their corresponding numbers. For example, this case 3 is the common number, then the other numbers 6 and 4. 6 is opposite to the corresponding number. Corresponding number of 6 is 4. 6 and 4 are exact same position, and 1 is opposite to 5 as well. So 1 and 5 are opposite. So which number is opposite to 5? 1 is opposite to 5. So the answer right here, 1 is opposite to 5. Done. Okay, so this case, you know what, if sometimes they may ask you to find the opposite pairs. So this case, which are the opposite pairs? 3 and 2 are opposite pairs. Then at the same time, we have 5 and 1 are opposite pairs. And which is the pair missing? So that is 6 and 4. So 6 and 4 are opposite pairs. In this question, we just need to find which is opposite to 5. 5 opposite to 5 is 1. So done. Number 50. A word is represented by only one set of numbers is given by any of the alternatives. The sets of numbers given in the alternatives are represented by two classes of alphabets as shown in the given two matrices. You know what type of question it is, right? So matrix type question. So the only way to deal with this question is try to eliminate the answer choices which are not correct. So let's try that. What we need to find is whale. The word, what is it? Whale. Okay, let's try this. Let me write that whale here. So we are starting from W. So W, well, the first answer choice is 2, 3. So 2, 3 is, yes, 2, 3 is W. Then 23 is fine. 34, second answer choice. 34, W. 3, 4, well, 3, 4 is W, correct? 4, 0, well, 4 and 0, W, correct? Then 0, 1. Well, 0 and 1 W, correct. So the first options or first numbers of all the answer choices are correct. So now W is out. We start with H. So H, what is it? First one is 56. So 5, 6. So here 5, 6 is H, correct? 67, 6 and 7. Well, 6 and 7, that's H, correct? 76, 7 and 6. Well, 7 and 6 is E. So that means this is out. Answer choice 3 is out. That's a good thing. We don't need to check it further. Now, how about like answer choice 4, 7, 8. So 7 and 8, that's H. That's correct. Now we go for A. A, first answer choice is 1, 0. So 1 and 0, A, correct. That's 24, 2 and 4. Well, 2 and 4, A, that's correct. Then we have last answer choice. Third answer choice, we don't need to check it. We don't need to check it. It's already eliminated. Then 3, 1. Last answer choice, A, 3, 1. Well, it is 3 and this is 1, correct? Now, A is out, then L. So L, the first answer choice 4, 3. 4 and 3. Well, 4 and 3 is A. 4 and 3 is not L. So that's out. First answer choice is out. Now, second answer choice 0, 4. L is 0, 4. 0 and 4. L. That's correct. Now, 34. 3 and 4. 3 and 4. That is W. 3 and 4 is W. It is not L. Okay, so that's not the case. So ultimately, the final answer is what? 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 5. E, 5, 5. Is it possible? E, 5, 5 is possible. Correct. So the answer choice is beta. So ultimately, we have done with the questions from this set. So we are kind of approaching towards the last lap of preparation for CUET exam. I'm pretty sure some of you have already downloaded the formats and admission forms and started appearing for the exams as well by the time you watch this video, right? Anyhow, so do your best and I wish you the best of luck. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.